So it is the day for the Ascended Masters Oracle card. And this is interesting. It fits with it being energy balance yoga. And this lovely Isis, she's a beautiful Egyptian goddess. Balance career and home life. I mean, yeah, career and home life, that's like everything really. And my thought with that is, we always know when there's something out of whack. We always kind of have a little inkling of something that's not getting fed enough. Usually that's what it is. We usually start to don't really do anything until we have the symptoms of burnout or overwhelm or just complete exhaustion. So my advice to myself as well is devote some time every day to your priorities, to something you love, things that feed your soul, your creativity, things that are meaningful to you, your garden, whatever it might be, things that bring you joy, things that re-energize you, things that give you motivation and lift your mood. So that's the big message that this card says. And actually being playful. This will definitely bring us back into balance. And the questions I would say with this are to ask ourselves are my needs being met? It's a potent question. And also, am I saying no to unrealistic demands? So it's good to acknowledge that, and delegate things, delegate work. Delegate work out. You don't have to do it all yourself. Ask somebody else. Ask for help. There you go. It's as easy as that. So with that, ring the bell. To our feet. Come to the feet. Standing. Feeling a sense of the balance between the feet. So thinking about balance. Let's just shift the weight from right to left. I'm just feeling different sides of the body. And what side feels like it's kind of has less weight in it usually. And we're just shifting as slowly as you can. From right to left, left to right, just moving the weight. And with doing that, it kind of sensitizes us a little more to the surfaces of the soles, the feet, and our connection with the earth. So we're just feeling the ground, really feeling the ground. And coming to stillness, finding that balance point, and also just feeling the weight in the front of the feet, maybe taking the weight right into the toes, lifting the heels off the ground, and then rolling back through the feet slowly, gradually, until the heels are on the ground, maybe even lifting the toes up off the ground. So you can really let the feet land, spread out, feel. Really think about your feet being more like hands, they can really feel the textures. So you really get that sensual quality, that connectedness with the feet. Soft knees. Maybe let's just encourage those knees to soften. So we just bounce them a little bit, and even let the heels bounce off the ground, kick up a bit of energy from the ground. So just loosening a little bit and feeling a sense of our form, our body, the weight of the body. Yeah. If you want to make that more emphasized, if you want to kick up a bit more energy, you can make that a bit stronger, that like little fall onto the heels, but keep the knees soft, so we soften the impact of that. So legs are a bit more lively, a bit more energy coming up from the soles of the feet. And let's just rub the hands together so we think the hands and feet, want to try and keep those even, and also hands might be a bit cold, maybe you're feeling you need a bit more movement to get the energy and the heat moving around the body. And we just shake the hands off, just shaking off the day so we can arrive open and receptive. Hands in front and behind. Let's wake the hands up. Just kind of clear the space around us, casting this circle around us. Yeah, so becoming really aware of ourselves. And let's just sweep from the right hand to the left shoulder, get a hold of that left shoulder, and then we sweep across the body off the right hip. Let's do 2, 3 of those. And left hand on right shoulder, sweeping across the body to the left hip, right shoulder to the left hip, 2, 3, really mindfully. And bring the sides of the feet together, So if you're still feeling a little bit groggy, let's really wake up and bring some light into the body energy. Breathing in, lift the arms up, interlock the fingers, stretch up, lift the heels off the ground, squeeze the sides of the leg together, so sides of the feet are together, extend the arms up, breathing in, hold the breath in, hold, reaching up, extending, pushing off the toes, and then breathing out softly through the nostrils, slowly down, release, release, soften and release. Good. The arms just float down to the sides and the inhale begins. Inhale, extend the fingers out, reach up, interlock the fingers, stretch up, lift the heels off the ground, push off the toes, breathe in, hold the breath in. Hold, hold, and then breathing out through the nostrils gently, releasing softly the breath out. We'll do one more of these. Let the arms float down. So really mindful of this, breathing in. Strong inhale, holding, extending all the time, extending, extending, squeezing both sides of the body together. Hold the breath in and then out through the nostrils slowly and softly. So I can really feel that release happen in my shoulders a little bit in the back of the body. Maybe it's different for you. Hands coming down. Good. Feet apart now. Wide the shoulders, knees are bent, and we're just going to turn on our axis there. Yeah, let's feel that space. So very different from that energizer, which is very strong and deliberate, creating some tension in the body. And now we're just creating lots of looseness and liberation and freedom and spaciousness. But keeping our center, keeping a sense of our center, bending into the knees, just letting the body turn. The backs of the hands smack into the back. We're just moving nice and freely. And let's take those backs of the hands onto the lower back. Yeah, feels like it's a good moment to sigh. Give sound to the body. Yeah, what sound does your body want to make? And take the fingers to the heart space. Let's get that uplifting the mood. We're talking about that. Finding things that lift our mood. And this often brings balance, you know, we lift our mood and the energy is flowing and everything is brought into a bit more healthy perspective also. And the sides, I had to get the knuckles there on the side ribs. Get the energy moving, freeing it up. Good. And we'll just roll the shoulders back maybe 3 times, letting the knees bend. Yes, really enjoying a bit more spaciousness in the shoulders. 3 going backwards, now forwards. 3 going forwards, bending the knees. Yeah, how enjoyable that is. Lovely. Okay. And let's sweep out with a half breath. Feet, hips width apart, parallel. Lift the toes, place them down. Breathing in. Strong inhale. Out through the mouth with a ha. Get everything out as quickly as possible. Breathing in. Fresh new energy. Sweep out all the kind of doubts, stickiness, tiredness, negativity. Anything that's kind of clinging. We just free it up, let it move. Breathing in. Help it move along. I think we need one more of those. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Good. And we'll do a little bit of, again, cross-lateral movements, so lifting the knee, meeting it with the opposite hand. We'll do this kind of fairly sedately. Let's see how it feels when we do this. Slowly moving the arms as well as the knees, so we get slightly more of a sense of balance and evenness. So have to focus a bit more as well on the balance, moving slowly. So actually, it can tend to be a bit more effort sometimes, and also maybe noticing the imbalances, noticing. When we move slowly, we notice, oh, this side's a little bit less balanced than the other. I find it a little bit more wobbly, precarious, whatever. Okay. Then the leg goes out to the side and the opposite goes over the head. Let me get this movement. Keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. Keep the body moving. Breathe. Everything is starting to get connected up so that the energy can move around freely. And as it moves around, it generates more energy. You know, this movement, this flow, this kind of energetic feeling. So we're going to lift the left knee and the right elbow and then open them out. Let's just open the body up. Again, increasing the receptivity of our whole system. Increase the receptivity, and then we can be with whatever is. Increasing our capacity, increasing our ability to accommodate anything that comes our way. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. One more each side. Yeah, feels good to open up the hip. We'll just give those bumps of the hips a little bit of attention. Yeah, good to do that. And then we're going to just come into this palm tree. So inhaling, feet are about hips width apart. We're going to keep this quite a narrow kind of version. Inhaling, the arms are about the same, or the hands the same distance as the feet, kind of stretching up. Inhaling, exhaling, leaning over to the left, pushing into that left foot you're leaning over to. Inhaling up to the top, exhaling over to the right. So keep leaning over while there's out breath, and the in breath lifts you up. So don't forget, as you're leaning to one side, you can press into that foot to support you, so it doesn't feel, you feel like everything's a bit more connected and that you are supporting yourself. Inhale. We'll do one more each side. Exhale, going to the left. Keep extending into the fingertips. Inhale to the top. Keep extending the arms. Keep extending right into the fingertips. Exhale. And on the inhale, come up. And on the exhale, lower the arms down to the sides. Good. And we just kind of give the arms a little shake. Give the shoulders a shake. Good. Let's come to the front of the mat. We're going to come into Trikonasana, triangle. Feet hips apart. Check out your feet. Lift the toes, place them down. Lift the heels and place them down. Think about the position of your pelvis. Now, good. Let's weight on the left foot and step back with the right. Plant the feet evenly. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Fingertips to fingertips is expanded. Exhaling, reaching over to the left and then down. Making contact with that lower leg. Reaching up with the right. So we're pressing the left shoulder forwards, and the right shoulder can sit back away from the right ear. Neck in line with the spine. Looking up at those right fingers if you want. Soften the knees. Give them a little bit of a bend. And breathe. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Yeah, feel a sense of your spine, the alignment of your spine. Thinking about and feeling the base to the crown. So even though we're not upright, we have a sense of our center. And so it's a really good thing to focus on, the sense of our center, the balance point. Good. Come up on the inhale. Exhale, lowering the arm down, bend into the right knee and come back to the front of the mat. Good. Breathe in through the nostrils, breathe out through the nostrils. Weight on the right foot, step back with the left. Plant the feet nice and evenly, so really almost pressing the feet into the ground, nice and steady. Inhale, lift the arms up, lift the chest, lengthen the body. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in. Open the chest wide, breathing out, reaching over to the right and down. Make contact with that lower leg. Pressing against it with the right hand. Reach up the fingertips away from that right leg to the ceiling. Drop the left shoulder away from the left ear. Make as much space as you can in the left side of the neck. Long neck in line with the spine. Think about that spine, base of the spine. Nice, clear, open, receptive channel at our center. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Notice where your mind is going and keep bringing it back. Good. Come up on the inhale. Lower the arms on the exhale. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Take a little moment there. And we're going to take a bigger step back with the right for warrior 2. So weight onto the left. Big step back on that foot. And then we'll change that from a right angle to pointing the toes of the right foot slightly forwards. But then correct the hips. So let's get them aligned with each other. And the long edge of the mat or the direction forward facing. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand the chest, drop the shoulders down, and breathing out, bending into that left knee. Making sure that's just hovering above the ankle, pressing into that right foot. Let's move with this as well, why not? Looking down the left arm, beyond the fingertips. Inhale, come up. Straightening up, exhale. So remember, as that left knee bends, you're also emphasizing pressing into that right foot. Inhale, lifting from the heart. Exhale, sinking down. The base of the spine or the base of the body is going down to the ground. So we're moving with our breath, moving in the speed that your breath feels comfortable. We're also thinking about expanding the breath as you move. Inhaling right to the top, filling the body with air. Exhaling, sinking, sinking, emptying, emptying. One more, breathing in. Exhaling, keep extending the fingers away from each other, keep dropping the shoulders down, keep the chest lifted, long in the body. Looking down that left arm, back of the neck long. So strong right buttock to really strengthen that anchor leg, the right leg. Come up on the inhale, lower the arms on the exhale, and we're going to have to bend into that right knee a lot to bring ourselves back to the front of the mat. Good. So shifting the weight from to the right, step back with the left, big step. Okay, you can even creep that back if you need a bit more space between the feet. Anchor those feet down, breathe in, lift the arms up. Lift the chest, breathing out, bring the arms to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest, lift the chest, breathing out, bending into the right knee. Equal emphasis pushing onto the left foot. Inhaling, lengthening, lifting from the heart, long in the body, shoulders down. Exhaling, bending into that right knee, making sure that knee is staying in alignment with your toes. So I really want to make sure that they stay, wherever the foot is, the knee and the toes want to be pointing in the same direction to prevent us from twisting the knee, which is not what we want. Trying to keep the hips open as possible. Keep extending between the fingertips, so really engaged. These arms are super engaged. They're really a lovely kind of long extended line of energy from the fingertips to the fingertips and beyond. Inhaling, exhaling, sink into the posture again. Really feel that evenness between the soles of the feet. Feel super stable, steady, balanced. The ground is coming up to meet you. It's holding you. Inhaling, straighten up. Exhaling, let the arms float down. Bend the left knee a lot. Bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Give our legs a little shake. Let's come into a ragdoll just to free up the spine. So let yourself completely melt. The hands just resting on the front of the thighs. Bending the knees. Let the shoulders fall forward. Let the head be heavy. Crown of the head wants to see the ground. Sliding down the fronts of the legs. Arms hanging then in space. Breathing the whole time. Breathing into the nostrils. Sighing out to the mouth. Knees are bent. Sighing out through the mouth on every long exhale. So feeling that release. The body's hanging from the hips, hanging forwards, pouring into the ground. Let it go. So now we bring our attention to the base of the spine, keeping the knees bent. We slowly lift from that base and lift, lift, lift from each little vertebrae, keeping the knees soft, rolling up through the spinal column until we come to standing. So it's a lovely roll right to the chest lift, shoulders sit back, crown lifts up. So soles of the feet, roots going down, crown, the silver thread going up into the universe. So let's come into another warrior, peaceful warrior, a little bit more extending on the side. Weight on the left foot, make sure your feet are parallel and hips width apart. And we step back again with the right foot. Big step, big warrior step. Let it land, get the hips level and strong, weight even. Inhale, lift up, exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height, drop the shoulders down. Inhale, expand and engage the arms. Exhale, bend into the left knee, pushing back into that right foot to get that evenness, that stability. Inhale, lengthen up through the body. Exhale, reaching back with that right arm. As the right hand comes down, the left arm goes up. Beautiful. Balance. This is balance, you know, it's lovely. Balance and simplicity. Reaching up the left fingers, making sure you haven't straightened that left leg, it's still bent. And reaching over the body, palm is facing down towards the mat. Looking up at the ceiling on the inside of that arm. Strong back leg. Strong bend in the front knee, in the left knee. Breathe deeply. Lots of expansion on the midsection of the body there. Lots of stability in the legs. Use the inhale to come back to warrior. Exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten up the legs. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into the right knee again a lot so that you can step back to the front. Give our legs a little shake there. Just to even them out again. Other side, weight on the right foot. Big step back with the left. Let that foot land. Maybe adjust the toe position. Hips level. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand the chest, drop the shoulders down. Exhaling, bending into the right knee. Really think about the evenness between the feet and the action. So the action of the right knee going forward and pressing into that left foot. Strong left buttock. Inhale. Lift the chest, lengthen the body. Breathing out, reaching back with that left hand as far as you can before lowering that left hand down. The right arm floats up. Turn the palm to face backwards and then reaching over the body with that right palm. Keep the bend in the right knee. It's a strong bend, like a right angle on the knee there. Knee is pointing in the same direction as the right toes. So don't let the knee collapse inwards. So you have to really use that right buttock and hip there. Breathe, looking up at the ceiling or directly forwards. Whatever feels better for your neck, but try and keep that arm going over the body. Long right waist. Use the inhale to come back up. Exhale, sink down a little deeper into warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, arms float down. So we've got lots of softness within the strength. Bending into the left knee and come back to the front of the mat. Okay. So let's have a little rest of the hips. You might be feeling those hips a bit, so we're coming into a squat. The more squats, the better. Get down in the garden and get down low to the earth. And also it means that you're not going to get a wet bottom. So it's a great posture to practice. Very handy. You know, maybe if there's no seat at the bus stop, you're feeling a bit tired, just come into a squat. People are going to think you're very strange. But someone's got to do it, right? Let the head hang forwards. Let the backs of the hands rest on the ground. Yeah. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Really relax the back of the neck. Free up the space between the shoulders. Really feel that space in the back of the heart. Give it some breath. Give some breath to the chest area there. And then lifting up the gaze. And we're just going to take the hands forwards into a tabletop position. And we'll just do a few of these movements with the left and the right opposites. So we're going to extend that left leg back, pointing the toe, and at the same time reaching that right arm forward. Make sure it's not so high. You want to keep it in line with the spine. Exhaling, lower the hand and the knee down. Inhaling, extend, exhaling, coming down. Looking forwards to where the direction that those right fingers or left fingers are going. Inhaling, looking forwards, exhaling, softening, looking down at the hands and the ground. So we're just changing our perspective continually. Exhale. Making sure the body the whole time is really kind of quite engaged. Inhaling and exhaling. And extend from the fingertip to the toe and beyond on the inhale, and soften everything on the exhale. So we get this kind of change in dynamics. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Enjoy that softness, comparing it to that vitality, and exhale. Let's do one more each side. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. Inhale and exhale. Sit back into the heels, have a little rest. Extend the arms forward, bring the forehead to the ground. Breathe into the back body and exhale out through the mouth. Sigh. Enjoy that lovely length you're naturally giving to the back, the body, the shoulders, the arms. And give it some breath just to emphasize that release. Really breathe deeply into the ribs and the back body. And sigh out through the mouth. And let's move with this a little bit. So inhale, come to all fours. And exhale, taking the hips forwards, opening the chest, opening and lifting the heart. Inhale to all fours. Exhale, sit back into the heels. So we're just moving with the flow of the breath. The inhale. Exhale. We'll always keep those shoulders down, but also back. So we're really opening across the front of the chest. Inhaling, and then we're opening across the top of the back. So really, again, it's expanding and opening the front of the body, and then expanding and opening the back of the body. That's always happening on the out breath. So the inhale is lifting us up to all fours, and the exhale, it's expanding not just across the chest, but also from the throat to the navel. So really feel that breath moving. Let's do a couple more of these. Inhaling. Exhale. Take it to the very end of the exhale, lengthening. Inhale again. Exhale, sit back into the heels for a moment. And in fact, before you sit back, let's just we're going to incorporate a little bit of a shoulder opener. So before you quite sit back, put the back of the right hand on the ground, slide it away, and then you can just let yourself sit back. You can rest on the side of the head there. You can even put the right hand underneath the head, just to give yourself a bit more ease there. So it's slid that right hand underneath, so we've got this exposure of the right shoulder across the back. And then you can just slide that right hand, back of the hand, rest the head, side of the head, or the forehead, whatever feels better for you, onto that right hand. Again, sigh. Just let the weight of the body and gravity do the work for you. Great. It's a very effective shoulder opener because it's passive as well. You know, we're not pushing anything. We're just allowing that to happen. So on the in breath, you're going to push into the left hand. Come back again to all fours. Now we put the back of the left hand on the ground, slide it away, and at the same time you can sit back onto the heels, and you can rest the side of the head or the top of the head, or the forehead on the back of the right hand, or you can just rest it on the ground, whichever feels better for you. Really feel that space you're creating between the shoulder blades, which is really being exaggerated by the position of the body, the weight, and particularly by that out breath, the relaxation. So now put the right hand on the ground, breathing in, pushing into the right hand. And we're going to just tuck the toes under, briefly come into the downward dog shape, but then walk the feet towards the hands, bend the knees, let the body hang for a moment. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Knees are bent here in this ragdoll. And really feel this energy coming from the base of the spine, that light rising up, energy rising up, bright white light rising up through the body, into the heart, right up through the neck, to the crown, and white sparkling energy coming out the crown of the head. Beautiful. So let's move with balance. So it seems to be balance is our theme today, very much so. So feet hips width apart, let the arms just hang, and we're going to come into heron balance. So weight onto the right foot, lift that left knee, breathing in, lift the arms up, lift the knee high, breathing out, the arms are coming down, the palms are coming down, and that left leg is lowering down to the ground. Weight onto the left foot, inhale, shifting the weight, lifting the right knee, lifting the arms up, and exhaling, lowering down. Trying to keep that movement coordinated. So the arms are coming down. Just as that right toe hits the ground, the arms just reach the side, shift the weight, and then the inhale begins. Knee is really high. As that knee comes up, really push into the right foot as well. And then coming down slowly and steadily, slowly and steadily. And as I'm often saying, you know, if you're going to work on one thing or focus on one thing, let that be balance. Because this is a really, it does so many things, and also it will improve your life, improve your experience, your mind, your ability to focus and concentrate. And if anything, you know, when you're just practicing these balances, particularly, you know, when you're moving and balancing, it's that you cannot do anything, you can't do thinking, because you're focusing your mind fully on balancing. And it takes a lot of effort. When we're moving the slow, you're moving through space like this, it really, you have to use that focus. Now we'll just try the extension here. So inhaling, lifting the left knee, exhaling, pushing the foot out, the arms coming down. Really push the heel out. Inhale, lift the knee high, lift the arms up, and lowering down. You could stay with the original version if you want, but this is just an additional. Shift the weight. Inhaling, lifting the right knee. Hands come together, exhaling, the arms come down, the heel pushes forwards. And again, it's that effort of pushing the foot forwards, or the dynamic rather, and then lowering down. That will help your balance. Maybe even slowly show the side. Inhaling, lifting the left knee. Exhaling, pushing that foot out. Arms coming down. Inhaling, lifting the knee high, and exhaling, lowering down. Let's do one more. Breathing in, lifting the right knee. Exhaling, pushing that right foot out. The heel is pushing out strongly. Inhaling, lifting the right knee. Lifting the arms up high and exhaling, lowering the leg down slowly. The arms are coming down slowly. And give everything a little shake up. Shake the leg, shake the arms. Maybe let's loosen up a little bit more by coming into those nice Tai Chi twists. So knees are bent, feet are hips, shoulder width apart. And we're just turning on our center, finding our center again, bending into the knees and just finding that freedom as well and space around us. Sometimes we can feel overwhelmed, we can feel kind of tight in our bodies, we can feel kind of very limited, small, burnt out, kind of crushed. We have all this space around us, space inside us. We can experience that with our breath and our bodies. So enjoy that spacious feeling, softening. Yeah. Okay. We're going to come into chair posture, get a bit of heat going in the legs. So feet tips width apart, hips width apart, parallel. Inhale, lift the arms up. Lift them up high. And breathing out, the bottom's coming back and the arms are coming forward. So we're keeping the arms and the body in alignment. So you really feel that dynamic between the base of the spine and the tips of the fingers. Back of the neck is also in line with the arms and the body. So breathe, strong thighs, arms, Abdominals particularly, you'll feel this, they work quite hard in this posture. Come up on the inhale, lower the arms on the exhale. Good. Take a breath in and out. We're going to try this again. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Really reach to the ceiling, exhaling, strengthen those abdominals to make sure your back stays strong and supported as your bottom comes back. The knees are hovering above the ankles. Keep the feet in contact with the ground. Extend the fingers forward the whole time. So this dynamic, these 2 points moving away from each other in space, this is what really helps to support this strong posture. Breathe deeply, dig deep with the breath, support you. Now use the inhale to come up again and exhale, and it is over. It's over. So lift and roll the shoulders back, free up the shoulders and forward with the shoulders. Okay. A little bit of to soften that. It's always good to balance that sort of strong, fieriness with some softness. So we again find our posture, feet hips width apart, parallel, soft knees, feet engaged with the ground. Give the toes a little wiggle. The gratitude moment, the universal prayer, hands pressing lightly together, evenly, that balance between the hands. And imagine these two hands, they could be anything, any polarities. We can have masculine, feminine, light and dark, sun and moon, yeah, light and shade, heaven and earth. I just feel those, we have that within us. We're representing that here. We're depicting that in our bodies. Breathing in, fill the body with air, breathing out, pointing those both fingers to the ground. Extending the fingers to the ground, then inhaling, separating them out. We're coming away from each other, and the hands, the thumbs are coming out to the side, and they're reaching up, extending into the fingertips, a big circle around the body until the hands come together above the head, and we're watching them. And then the exhale, the hands coming down, again, evenly pressed together, coming down through our very center. So keep that very centered and then pointing to the ground, looking down. Inhale. Feel the feet are evenly balance, the weight between them. Inhale, exhale. So this is really, to begin with, we're just feeling into our sense of balance. Everything is even, steady, balanced. Embracing everything in this oneness, this one whole harmony. We feel that harmonization of everything. Everything requires the opposite, so inhaling all the way up. And within that, we start to maybe feel a sense of gratitude for this, for everything. The practice of gratitude really, again, it elevates us, lifts our spirits. So it's really worth, if you want to bring a bit of balance into your life, yeah, the gratitude practice every day, either writing it down at the end of the day or with a friend or partner, speaking out loud, maybe before when you come to the end of the day, say, what do I feel grateful for? And exchanging that with someone else. Very powerful, fun, and very bonding and connecting practice. So there you go. The top tip, what do I feel grateful for today? And allowing yourself to be filled and flooded with gratitude as we bring to mind and focus upon that. Allow it to bring a smile to your face if it does bring a smile to your face. So whatever the weather, emotional weather or actual weather, we can really fill ourselves with sunshine and light and appreciation. Last one, bring all of this awareness, feeling the lightness. As your hands come to the heart center, pressing evenly together, feel your feet on the ground, close your eyes, feel your heart expanding and contracting with your breath. And notice, how does my heart feel today? Give it some space by breathing into the space around the heart center. I'm just peeping inside, seeing how does it feel? What is your experience of your heart space today, in your heart center? And just let the hands drop down gently, let the hands come away from each other. And we're going to come down to the ground. So feet again, hips width apart, they're not there already. Inhale, lift the arms up in front of you. Strengthen the abdominals to prepare whilst you sit back, extend the fingers forwards, and you can go as fast or slow as you like on this. But keep breathing. Very essential to keep breathing. Catch yourself, don't fall. Extend the legs out in front, bounce the knees up and down. Yeah, it feels nice just to feel the ground beneath your legs. Lift the knees up. Got to come into cobbler. So let's just let the feet fall out to the side. Bring the heels close to the groin, holding either the toes or the ankles. Lift the chest, open the shoulders, so really expanding the space across the front of the body. Shoulders sink back as if you're pressing your back against the wall, which also includes the back of your neck and the back of your head. So this will require you to tuck the chin in slightly and feel that length that is created in the back of the neck. Feel the crown lifting up. And then once you feel really tall, you will feel your abdominals working if you're really putting that effort in. Then you can start to allow the knees to come down to the side. So if you're holding onto the ankles or the toes, you have something, you're kind of pulling those towards you and pressing the knees away from that. So you've got something to work with there. Keep lifting from the heart. So it's not pressing the chest forward, it's lifting. It's a very different kind of sensation. As the heart lifts, the shoulders can sit back. And so we really level out the front and the back of the body. And commonly the front of the shoulders can be quite contracted and tight. So we need to counteract that quite often. Breathe deeply. And now relax that and lift the knees up. Let the feet fall to the knees, hug your knees. Breathe in deeply, relax the back of the neck, relax the shoulders away from your ears. Sigh out through your mouth. And then we're just going to extend the legs out wide. Might want to sit up and lift up with your fingertips, or sit on a cushion if that's better for you. Toes are going directly to the ceiling. So now we're just going to see how it feels to have a little bit of a move around and search around this area. So we're going to turn the body towards the right leg, looking at the right toes. They're going directly upwards. You have the hands either side of that leg and aim the chest towards the toes. Don't worry about how far you get about that, but really think about the quality of your direction. So rather than kind of flopping down, really keep that back nice and long, keep turning towards this right leg and taking the chest towards the toes. So if you need to minimize the wideness, just soften that a little bit. You don't want to overstretch the inside of the thighs, but move slowly. Inhale, always lengthen the spine, dropping the shoulders away from your ears and taking the chest forward towards the toes. Keep that contact between the chest, the heart center and the toes. They're kind of involved with each other, and we slowly, as we breathe out, the body softens a little bit. Give us a bit more space. Breathe in deeply, breathe out long, empty out. The end of the out breath, see if there's a little bit of give that the body is giving you, that's offering you space created. And then we walk the hands back up to center, come to center, turn towards the left leg, toes pointing towards the ceiling. And then we're going to direct the chest towards the toes, walk the hands either side of the leg, find a point where, okay, that's the edge of where I can get to, that's kind of the edge of my comfort. And it starts to become a little bit uncomfortable. And then we're going to make it more comfortable by breathing in, lengthening, lifting the chest, dropping the shoulders away from the ears, and taking the body forwards, the heart towards the toes. Breathe. Emphasizing that out breath through the nostrils, emptying, emptying, emptying. Inhaling, filling the body with air, exhaling, emptying the body of air. Try to make sure the right toes are still pointing up to the ceiling and they haven't flopped inwards. So really engage with the legs, awareness in the legs. And then we walk the hands back up that leg, either side of that leg, come to center. And then we'll try one more time. We're going to go forward. So make contact with the ground in front of you. It might just be the fingertips. That might be enough for you. But think again about keeping the spine upright. So we're not bending the back. We're coming forwards, walking the hands forwards, finding a point where you can get to where you feel, okay, that's my edge. And when you get to that edge, then just breathe. But keep taking the chest is coming forwards. Breathing in and breathing out. Keeping the toes, both of them going towards the ceiling. Try to prevent the toes from rolling in, the legs from rolling in. And then we're just going to gradually walk the hands back to the body. And I'm going to lift the knees, bring them together. And again, just hug the knees. Just to release that strong position. Slide the legs away. I'm going to roll down the body. Extend the fingers towards the toes. And slowly lower the body down. Keep breathing in and out through the nostrils the whole time. Breathing in, breathing out the whole time. Keeping that slow, steady movement and engagement. Engagement of these abdominals. They're working the whole time, and let your body relax once it's down. Let the arms just flop out to the side, the feet fall out to the side. Breathe into the body, the whole body. Expand and release out through the mouth. On my way here, just close your eyes for a second. And let the body relax, and we'll increase that sense of ease and landing. We'll chant the mantra Om here before we continue. Breathing in through the nostrils. Making that sound, liberating and freeing up the body there. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, press the lower back into the ground and draw the knees up to the body. Hug the knees. Have a rock side to side. And just release and soften the back. Okay, Apanasana. Hands around the front of the knees. Breathing in, take the knees away. Extend, breathing out, draw the knees in, lift the head towards the knees and lift the knees towards the nose there. Inhaling, flattening the back, extending the arms, head comes to the ground. Exhaling, draw the knees in. We're getting ourselves very small, curled up, squeeze the breath out, and then inhaling, flattening the back to the ground. Taking the knees away, expanding, making space for the air. Exhaling, squeeze the breath out. Enjoy the movement of your spine. You can do this with your eyes open or closed. It's kind of nice to have a different experience if you don't need to, have your eyes open, which you don't when you're supported on the ground like this. And if you want to extend this movement, you can let go of the knees and let the arms float up. Inhaling, extending the arms up, and exhaling. Again, taking hold of the knees, drawing them in, making yourself really small, but we're making the inhale a little bit more expansive, as expansive as you feel is appropriate for you. So it could be that what's appropriate, you can go to full length, keeping the legs off the ground, as long as your back is very much glued to the ground. There's no space. You really have to use those abdominals to do that. And then exhaling, we come back, however far away you take the legs, we all come back to that very small little seed. Expansion and contraction. Inhaling, full inhale and full exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. Squeeze all the breath out. And then lay the back down, lay the head back down. Extend the legs up, extend the arms up. Maybe push the heels up to the ceiling. So already engaging the legs, extend the fingers to the ceiling, and then we're going to rotate the wrists and ankles, watching the hands and the feet, and just enjoying the lightness, bringing lightness into the limbs. The lightness of the limbs, elevated and floating in space, and rotating in the opposite direction with the wrists and the ankles. And the knees, hug the knees lightly, squeeze them in. And now we're just going to keep that left knee bent, but send the right leg away. So we'll just let that right leg slide across the ground, the foot. And we're just going to squeeze this left leg into the body. So left hand on the front of the knee, and right hand lower down, maybe on the ankle. So inhaling. You can even let the knee come away from the body, and then exhaling, squeezing that leg into the body, pulling the foot towards you, squeeze. And empty again, inhaling and exhaling. Body and breath. This is the, the remedy. Really connecting the body with the breath, allowing the breath to assist the body. And allowing the body to help us feel the experience of the breath more kind of physically. And then we'll extend that left leg up. If that feels too strong, you can bend that right knee and put the right foot on the ground. Take the hands behind that left thigh. Push the heel of the left foot into the ceiling and draw the toes towards you. So really expanding the back of that left leg. Breathe. You can take hold behind the calf if that is accessible to you, but there's no need to force it. It just feels that if that's where you're at and that's useful to you, then go ahead. Good. Now bend the knee again. Right hand on left knee. Now we're going to come into the strong twist, taking that knee over the body. As the knee comes over the body, the head can go the opposite direction, looking down the left arm. Rest the right hand on the outside of that thigh. Maybe give that thigh a little rub there. Encourage it. And resting it just there on the outside of the thigh there. And breathe. Breathing in. Fill the body with air. Breathing out. Release. Release into the twist. Really enjoy that feeling. Close the eyes. Allow the body to soften. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out long. Extend the out breath. Feel that breath in your spinal column, spinal breathing. Breathing into the base of the spine. The breath fills as it travels up through the spine, right to the top of the head, right to the crown. And exhale, empty out. And the breath exits out through the base of the spine. Now we slowly, using the hands as well, lifting the head to center on the inhale, lifting the knee to center, give it another squeeze, place the sole of the foot on the ground, slide that leg away and lift that right knee. Right hand in the front of the right knee, left hand lower down on the front of the ankle. And just breathe in, take the knee away, breathe out, draw the knee in. So opening, expanding across the groin there. Nice expanding movement. Breathe deeply. So inflating and filling the body on the inhale. And emptying everything out on the exhale, using the nostrils to breathe in and out of. And then we're going to extend that right heel up to the ceiling, drawing the toes towards you, taking hold behind the right thigh. Again, you can always put that left foot on the ground with the knee bent if you feel like this is too strong. It feels like, particularly if it feels sharp or, you know, beyond uncomfortable, then definitely soften that and work where you're at. You can be no other place than where you're at. Breathe. Breathe, breathe. Enjoy. And it's often when we just soften and don't, you know, we leave behind the kind of pushing and shoving. This is the pushing and shoving. I'm in a battle with myself. And actually just find that edge and then let it relax. And then it's, you know, it just happens with much more ease, much more attention, mindfulness, and self-compassion. So if your left knee is bent, slide the left leg away, bend that right knee. Take the left hand on top of the right knee. Breathe in, breathing out, take the knee right over to the left of the body and extend that right arm out. Then you're looking down that right arm. So you rest the left hand on the outside of the right thigh. So a beautiful twist here. Close your eyes if you want to. Feel the body, really feel that chest. With the inhale and breathe out, empty out, feel the body softening and sinking. And you can feel that breath in your spinal column as if it's drinking up, as if a straw is at the base of the spine, it's drinking up. Right to the crown of your head and breathing out, emptying out. Good. Release. On the inhale, lifting the head to center, helping that right knee come back, taking your time. I'm coming out with a strong twist, so take a bit of time. Squeeze that knee in again, place the right foot on the ground, slide the leg away. And let's just give ourselves a full extension. Take the arms above the head, point the toes. Breathe in, breathe out, push the heels away. Keep extending in the fingers, breathing in, point the toes. Breathing out, push the heels away. Feels good to get a bit of spaciousness, particularly in these calves and shins. Give them some attention and space. And then relax the arms, let the feet fall out to the side. The arms are still on the ground. We'll just rest there for a moment, breathe in. Breathing out, the arms moving through space softly on the exhale. Yeah, let's do one or two more of these just to soften everything before we come into our relaxation. Inhaling, the arms are coming up softly. Exhale, the arms coming through space. Exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Last one, inhaling, soft, 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 soft. Chest and heart expanding lightly, and the exhale. So this is very softening. It's guiding us, leading us into this softening process. Let the arms flop out to the sides. Close your eyes, lengthen the back of the neck. Put some space between the feet. You come into a short relaxation. Give yourself to this relaxation. Give yourself fully. Just for a minute. With every soft exhale through the nostrils, so the body softens. So the body melts. So all the limbs relax. Softening, sinking, and opening to the ground, to the earth feeding, nourishing, bringing us back into balance, giving us what we need, identifying what we need to ask for, what we need to give ourselves. Really connecting to that earth wisdom, body wisdom, earthy element. Breath coming in and out softly through the nostrils. And feeling your whole self, your whole body, your whole system, your energy flowing. Revitalized and relaxed. Gradually bring yourself back to seated. Take your time. Move your body. Extend, stretch, breathe. Open your eyes, look around. And as I said earlier, coming into that space of gratitude is definitely a way to come back into balance. It balances things out, what is, and also allows us to experience the here and now, what's really happening. So looking around, enjoying this body, giving it some attention. And then we bring our hands together, generate some heat and energy between the palms of the hands. Extra heat today. And place that heat and energy over the heart center. Close your eyes. Bring your full attention into this space. Give it warmth, energy. And just saying your sankalpa, your intention, your resolve. Say those words to yourself. And feel the heart is receiving them and fueling them, and feeding them. So they will inevitably flourish and grow and bloom. Good. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your practice today.